Welcome back to Speller Tutorial Services. In today's video we're going to find a vector given its magnitude and direction. And the problem states, a plane is flying at 100 miles per hour in the direction north 60 degrees west, and they want us to express the velocity of the plane as vector v in terms of I and j. So to do that we start with this formula. Vector v can be expressed as the magnitude of v times cosine theta I plus the magnitude of v times sine theta j. So what we need to figure out is what the magnitude is and what theta is. All right, in the problem we're given the magnitude, and the magnitude is the speed of the plane. That's 100 miles per hour, and we still need to figure out what theta is. So to do that, it's best to go ahead and sketch a graph so that we can better understand the problem to solve it. Alright, we know that the plane is flying in a northwest direction. I'm going to call this vector v, and we know that it's flying north 60 degrees west. So that means this angle here is at 60 degrees. Alright, if that's at 60 degrees, we know that the angle down here has to be 30 degrees because in each quadrant is 90 degrees. And in doing that, we can create a special triangle. And in that special triangle, we know that the relationship between the sides, opposite 30 is x, opposite 60 degrees in this case is going to be negative x root 3 because we're in the second quadrant, and opposite the hypotenuse is 2x. Alright, now let's figure out what theta is. We know theta is going from the 0 degree mark all the way to the vector. Well, we know this here is 90 degrees plus the 60 degrees from north to give us a total of 150 degrees, which tells us what theta is. Now we need to look more at the special triangle to figure out the relationship of these sides, because we're going to need that when we substitute into the vector. So let's go ahead and just redraw that special triangle here. Alright, like I said, that there is 30. So this here is negative x root 3. Over here is x, and up here is 2x. Well, this triangle corresponds to the triangle drawn here, and we know that this portion here is actually this portion here is actually the vector. I'm sorry, it's actually the vector, and we know the magnitude of that vector is 100. So here we can set 2x equal to 100, and when we solve for x, we see that x is equal to 50. So now that we know x is 50, we can substitute that into both of these expressions here. So this length is 50, and this length here is negative 50 root 3. Now, using this information, we're going to begin our substitution into the vector so that we can get it in terms of I and j. Well, I know v is equal to the magnitude, which is 100, cosine 150 degrees I, plus the magnitude, again 100, sine 150 degrees j. All right, now let's evaluate the cosine of 150 degrees. Let's look at the reference angle here of 30, and we know the relationship of cosine is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Well, the adjacent side is negative 50 root 3 divided by 100, and then we evaluate the sine of 150 degrees. Sine is the opposite side over the hypotenuse. In this case, it's going to be 50 over 100, and that's j. I forgot the I over here. Now we evaluate. These 100s cancel out, leaving me with a negative 50 root 3i. These 100s over here cancel out, leaving me with a 50j. So I see that the vector in terms of I and j is negative 50 root 3i plus 50j. And that corresponds to a plane flying at 100 miles per hour in the direction north 60 degrees west. Alright, that sums it up for this video. Please stay tuned to our YouTube channel found under the name Speller Tutorial, and also friend us on our Facebook page also under the same name. Thanks again for watching.